internet friends, my name is Catherine and I'm the human behind creation Miss Couture, and today is our very first Wip It Wednesday of 2025. I just can't believe where the time has flown. Bruce, what are you doing? Bruce, no, wish. Okay, sorry about that, give me 1 second. And I'm back. Alright, so Wip It Wednesday of 2025. I just can't believe how fast the time has flown. Woo! So, for Wip It Wednesday, I usually do those for myself personally as an accountability and also to see like where I'm going with my things and everything. But I do appreciate the few people that actually watch it, so thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Yep, still working on this, still on the body, but I've actually, since the last time we've seen each other for a Wip It Wednesday, I actually knitted about an inch and a half of the body, so one day I will be off. Honestly, people keep saying that Sleeve Island is the worst, but for me personally, it's Body Island that is the worst when it comes to fingering weight sweaters. I love fingering weight because it's light, I like the drape of it, but like it takes forever. Good thing that the yarn is fun because I get excited when the color is different from the previous stitch. So this is by Caidree, and I will have a link for the Ravelry page and the website in the description box below if you are interested in making this pattern as well. So my second whip is this friend here. So I usually have a box like this with all the skeins I need, and in this case they are in the order for the fade that I'm going to do. So this is the Pillars of Simplicitee from Perfectly Knotted, the Claire Jackson that we've interviewed in 2024, and okay, no, I'm not supposed to be knitting at the same time. I can't do too many things at the same time, so sorry. Okay, so it's the Pillars of Simplicitee from Claire Jackson. It's the only pattern that I've knitted multiple times. When I say multiple times, this is the third time I'm going to be knitting this tee. It's a DK weight, so it goes rather fast, and the way that Claire makes her pattern are easy to remember. So I don't know if I can show you this. No, because I don't have the page and the pattern with me. It's downstairs. Anyways, but the way that Claire does her pattern for me is because I'm a very visual person, she has graphics or tabs in her patterns where you just have to follow sometimes. So for example, for my size, there would be each row for the increase in the raglan, and I would see, so for example, row 1, it says that you need, for example, to knit A, which would be 8 stitch increase. So I would have my other page with all the increase and all those stuff, and I would see, okay, so you knit till this, you do right left increase and stuff like that. And the way that it's done, I can easily see what I'm doing, and I really like how it's done. So it's the third time I'm knitting this one. The first one I did it when it was when it was being tested. So I knitted a version on sport weight, so it's closer to the body, slightly cropped, which I really adore. My only issue is that I chose a sport weight that is non-superwash, and it's slightly itchy for my skin, but I still really love it. And I knit it in Emily Segal's yarn, and the color name is Cat's Eye. I will have a photo somewhere up here at some point, and then when I'm doing the editing. The second I did on a worsted weight, I think. yeah, I believe it was worsted weight, and it was Woolberry Co. In their color Festive. And this one, I had some leftover from doing my skirt with Paisley color. I think it was called To the Mountain. It was the advent box that she did, I think, in 2022. I'm not 100%, but I think it was in 2022. So I had leftovers from those yarns, so I decided to do a fade top-down Pillars of Simplicity, and I am I'm really loving how it's looking so far. I think it's really gorgeous. And the third that I'm working on currently is the cutest little thing ever. I just love it so much. It reminds me of in The Grinch with Jim Carrey. There's those characters that are dressed up as like candy canes, but like pink candy canes. It reminds me of that. It's so cute. I really love it. So it's actually it's the first time that I'm doing a pattern test for Aimee Sheer. I'm sorry if I pronounce it not correctly. I'm not sure how to pronounce the last name. And so far I really like the experience. I think she's very receptive to questions and concern and everything. And she works with tech editors. So before we receive the pattern, it has been tech edited. So there's very few mistakes, which is very appreciated. And it's a better, personally, I think it's a very fun user experience so far. I'm using my personal yarn. So for the main color, it's Princess Peach. I still have some in stock if you're interested. And the contrast color is Cheshire Cat that I had for my Alice in Wonderland collection that I did in May 2022? No, 2024? I can't remember. I'm sorry. I will have to double check that, and you will see somewhere in the screens when it was actually done. So it's my first experience working doing a pattern test for Aimee Sheer. And so far it's been very great. She uses Slack as for her testing. Personally, I have a preference for Discord when it comes to pattern testing, but Slack is very close second when it comes to this. I think they're both great, and people are super nice in the chat, so it's always fun that people are like that. I would definitely test for them again if I have the time and the needles and all of that in stock. Yes, I know, sure, I know. Simply because it's a really fun experience, and her patterns are great. It's actually the first time that I take the time to do it. It's a coloring block book for kids that I'm doing. So it will be available in infant sizes, and then from 2 years old to 14 years old, I believe. Yeah. So super fun. At this point when I'm recording, it hasn't been put out to the public yet, but I will have a link for Aimee's Ravelry and her website. And if you're ever wondering if it's worth testing for them, I would say yes. Super great experience as a whole. There's always a discount if you can't afford full price yarn. There's a discount for her shop that she offers, and usually they have, I'm not sure how many, but I think 1 or 2 spots for full yarn support, and I believe it's for the larger sizes, so they can have access to, don't quote me on this one, but I do know that there's usually 1 or 2 spots for full yarn support. You just need to contact Aimee for that. And technically, it's not like a knit or a crochet piece, but my last work in progress is more fibers. So I think I'm really getting it. I think I'm getting it, and I'm starting to understand the thing. So this is different color than the last time we spoke. I finished my first full braid a little while ago, and I started another braid in another fiber. So this is from Sweet Georgia, and it's on Polwarth. I'm testing this because I'm working on getting more fiber types in stock for the pure pleasure of having to test out different fiber blends. Polwarth has 22 micron, so it's still soft, not as soft as Merino or other blends, but it's still quite soft, so I'm very good, and it doesn't itch when I'm working with it, so I'm super happy with that. So wait, don't eat the fiber, please. Thank you. My apologies. So yeah, so those are the current whip I'm working on. I will have all the links in the description box below. I have no affiliated link for those ones. It's just because I want to share it with them and I really like them. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one very soon. Bye.